sports stories of the decade. I'm here with members and coaches of the Northeast and Rising Sun 2006 State Championship volleyball teams. Let's get right into it. What do each of you remember most about November 18th, 2006?
First for me. All I remember is I was really sick and I was like, I can't do this. I'm going to throw up. I was so nervous. And that's basically all I remember. And then I had like a little talk with Coach. And that always gets you going, so, yeah.
I remember being down 3 games and just thinking, like, knowing we could do it, but not sure if after losing all our momentum we'd be able to pull through. And then after we did, it was like the best feeling in the world.
You mean 2 games?
Huh?
2 games?
Yeah.
3 games
2
we would have
games.
lost.
You know. You know what? You know what I meant.
Okay.
I remember the first 2 games, I thought we played really well and still ended up losing 25-22 both games. But never really felt like we were out of it. Couldn't believe that we actually lost the last 2 games, or the first 2 games.
One of the things I do remember, though, was going into the match and scouted Southern Garrett, the semifinals, and I went into the match and I grabbed Amy Rudolph and I said, "You will force the ball into Selena and Lindsey." Previously, we let her go outside with a lot of the balls, and I said, they're only going to single block them, and if they single block them, then we're not going to have any problems. So force the ball. I recall it as being, they took Melissa out of the game pretty early. They double blocked on her, and Melissa was actually the key to our mid-season run on. She was a key. They took her out pretty early, but I've been trying to revive the memories of that match. It's a little difficult at my age.
Well, both teams went to the state semifinals the year before. You guys were both freshmen. How do you think the experience of going to states and coming out empty-handed helped prepare you guys for the following year's run to a state championship?
Yeah. And you
Just
did do my part, too.
Well, we got all the way to game point. We just couldn't close out, and I mean, to have something so close and then just get it taken away just makes you like even hungrier to get it. Like, because I had the feeling of what it could feel like, and then I just wanted that feeling next year. Like I wanted to work harder for that feeling.
She basically said it.
You two have worked together for a while, known each other for a couple of decades. What was the dynamic like between you guys that season, having 2 really dynamic teams in the same county?
I thought Rich and I have, like you said, we've known each other for a long time. We've worked together, coached against one another, and I think we respect each other a lot. But for me, I think we were both very supportive of both of our teams, and I know knew all the Rising Sun players and was very supportive of them, liked a lot of them, have coached some of them, and I always felt like Rich was the same way.
Yeah, I love coaching against Gary. I love coaching against well-coached teams that play the game the way it's supposed to be played. We actually talk a fair amount in work. We share our problems, which usually are pretty much the same. And it's a small county, so we love playing against everybody. Everybody knows everybody, and it makes for a great competitive atmosphere. But I support them. I like going to watch them. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch their match because I had to bring my team in and get them ready. I was kind of bummed about not being able to watch them play, but it was great to come in and hear that they won. Just added to what we had to do that day. There's almost no option at that point. We couldn't lose.
Brooke, you guys trailed Reservoir, as we said, 2 games to none in that state final. Talk about what it was like being on the floor for that comeback.
It was pretty obvious that everyone wanted it just as much. Like there wasn't a single person on our team that was very lackadaisical or, less caring than others. Everyone wanted it just as badly, so we just kind of had to come together as a team and, say if we want this more than the other team, we're going to win because we have all the talent in the world. We have just as much talent as they do. And after, I think it was kind of a wake-up call. Like after the first game, it was kind of like, all right, just 1 game. Then after the second one, it was a wake up call because we were like, all right, we only have one more chance to get this right. So we kind of just came together and we said we're going to win this, and then we did.
If you didn't see it, I'm sure you heard about their comeback. Knowing what you guys were trying to accomplish that year as a county, did that inspire you guys at all, knowing that they had come back in dramatic fashion?
Yeah, they're a part of our county, so like when they wanted to, like, we needed to win to like boost up the county game. So yeah, it was inspiring.
I'll put you all on the spot here. I know you guys lost to each other that season in the division. Who was the most impressive team you guys faced that year? I'll start with you, Rich.
The most impressive team of everybody we played?
That in 2006, in that season.
Well, we played Centennial down at the Bulldog. They only beat us by 4 points in 2 games. But they were probably the most impressive, and what was most impressive about them, you don't remember this, I remember this very clearly, was they never passed a ball over the net. Any ball that came over the net was being attacked, whether it was in the front row or the back row. So I felt that coming out of that and only losing by 4 points in each of 2 games, I felt we were playing pretty well, but Centennial was by far probably the toughest team we played all season. That includes Ursuline and St. Mark's. They just flat got after the ball. Ball was on their side, you know they were going to attack it somehow.
Probably Ursuline. And behind Ursuline was Rising Sun. Reservoir, who we beat in the finals, they were a good team, but I think what they did well was they used what they had to the best of their ability. You know, they ran plays, they ran a lot of tandem plays and crossing plays, versus Rising Sun just had more raw talent and better attackers than what Reservoir had. But they played really good defense and made the best of the hitters that they did have.